We live in a day of massive gender confusion, and so it's never been more imperative for parents to teach their children what does the Bible say about masculinity and femininity? What does the Bible say about gender? And I think what we want to do is help them understand that God made men to be men, husbands and fathers. God made women to be women, wives and mothers. And to say it very simply, with all sorts of implications, no one is as good at being a woman as a woman. And no one is as good at being a man as a man. And God made you in such a way that your gender and your sexuality match up. That's where our society has gone awry in separating sexuality and gender when the Bible keeps those two things together. So I would help them understand first and foremost, that's what the Bible says. Secondly, I would also try to help them understand that they need to get their understanding of masculinity and being a feminine person, if they're a girl or a woman, not from the culture, but from the Bible. And the fact of the matter is, even sometimes in conservative evangelical cultures, we can superimpose upon the Bible norms and mores and expectations that are foreign to the Bible. And so what we want to understand is you can be a very, very masculine male and still have an appreciation for art and literature and music. In other words, you don't have to be Macho Mike to be a masculine male. I think the Bible indicates that the most masculine man who ever lived was Jesus, and yet Jesus was also characterized by tenderness, by compassion, by graciousness. You know, little children did not mind climbing up in his lap and feeling perfectly at home as he nurtured them and cared for them in that loving, tender kind of a way. And at the same time, he could take a whip and clean out the temple. And so there's no dichotomy on the one hand with being very masculine in terms of your strength and your courage and those kind of traits we normally equate with masculinity, but on the other hand, being kind and gracious and gentle. I often say it this way: sometimes my wife needs me to be the rock of Gibraltar, immovable. And other times she needs me to have a hand and a heart of velvet where she can just melt into my loving, compassionate arms and care. And there's no reason that those two need to be set at odds with one another when we think about what it means to be a man.